what's up everyone? Welcome back to the Marnik studio for the second tutorial session in collaboration with Dharma Records.
This time we're going to talk about Gangnam, our brand new track with Smack, and we are going to show you how we made the breakdown section.
Okay, this is the logic session where we worked on, and this is how the full break sounds. The vocal line is composed by a chorus of children, so it already takes a lot of space in the spectrum range. What we did was just to equalize a bit like this, just to make sure the vocal doesn't sound too harsh on the high frequencies. Then this plugin called Vocal Rider that basically compresses the audio file gives an extra push on it to feel the vocal more in phase on the mix. Last thing for the vocal, some reverb on a bass channel that creates the right room for it. Behind the vocal we have the sub bass line that follows the chord progression. It's made with this preset from Nexus called Dark Bass that actually was probably made with layering of two different basses, a sub bass and a super saw or something like that. And that's why the sound plays stereo actually. So what we did was just open this Mono Maker plugin that you can find on the Vengeance producer suite, but there are many around that basically do the same job, and make your bass sound mono just on the real low frequencies, depending by the range you choose here, moving this knob like this. What we generally suggest is to make mono whatever sounds under the 150 Hz. And this is valid also for the super saw section where the bass follows the melody pattern. Harmonies were written with some classical elements and they basically give a more organic feeling to the track. We have a combination of two different choirs playing the same chords but in two alternative ways. Considering they should really stay behind on the sides of the stereo spectrum, we cut all the frequencies that we didn't really need here. Like this one, really annoying, and everything under the 360 Hz more or less. And same here, where the chords could disturb the vocal lead. And then we use the OTT plugin to enhance them just a bit. Besides this trancey sounding pad taken from the Nexus library Trance Elements, gives the mid-section the real impact and body. Also, the piano has a main role here. Adding a vinyl effect, we gave it some vintage and emotional vibe. And finally, a silent one plug makes the transients more perceivable also thanks to this plugin called Helper Transients that we really love to use. On the top, we have the piano melody. We basically layered two piano sounds, a very dry one from the contact library Alicia Keys, and a more emotional, dreamy one from the Hollywood Epic Collection of Nexus. A trick that we generally use when you have two different sounds playing the same thing is to split them on the stereo spectrum, one on the left and one on the right, so that you can really feel both of them in the mix. Behind we have a cello made with this contact emotional cello library that follows what the piano plays. We have chosen the delicate articulation to have this smooth and soft effect that really fits with the vibe and the meaning of the song. Last main element of the breakdown is the super saw that sounds like this. This melody was written by Smack, while the final sound is composed by a combination of layers that we chose together. We have the Suzy Ibiza piano sound that we already use for many of our productions, and here plays the chords on the sides with this other one's super saw coming from the classic dance library. On the top, we have the real lead that plays the melody. It's made with these three different sounds from Silent One and Serum. This one, this other one, and the last one octave lower.